Yes, indeed. Once again, it's time to get down like a clown like Charlie Brown and turn your fight combat fists upside down and bring a smile to your face right now. That's what we're here to do. We're about to get topsy-turvy on you because this is about to be the wildest, craziest interview I've had in at least a week. And I'm going to tell you about that and why you got to stick around in just a second. Today's broadcast, this is the Logan Summit Show. I am Logan Summit. See the mustache? See his mustache? He's beautiful. We'll get to him in a second. All right. This show is brought to you by Newer. Go to newer.com. Use code Logan to save yourself 20% off all of your pro gear at amateur pricing. If you're a content creator or you would like to be, go over to newer.com and check out their stuff today. You'll save 20% just by using code Logan. Trust me, you'll thank me in the morning. You'll be able to see that link in the comments below. All right, today we have a man who hails, well, he's one of our woodsy neighbors to the north. He is Hunter Lee! How you doing today, my man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am absolutely fantastic. Hunter, do you have any nicknames? A lot of fighters have a nickname. Do you have any nicknames?
Yeah, I go by the Manther.
The Manther. All right, I like that. Let me try it again. Today we have Hunter the Manther Lee. I like it, but I've got a couple others for you. I've got a couple I want you to try on. We've got.
Let's hear them.
Let's try the first one. Hopefully they'll get better. I've got a few for you.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Hunter, the tariffs are too high. Lee. That's not bad. A little political. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah.
Let's try this for our literary friends at home.
Okay.
Hunter S. Thompson Lee. Or this one's a little long, but I really like this one. Hunter, my opponents keep dodging me. I've had 4 canceled fights, and now the guy won't get on a plane to fight me. Lee! What do you think about that? I like that one. I like that one the best.
That one. I like that one a lot as well. I've had people telling me I should change my name to the Duck Hunter because all these guys are ducking me for they won't fight me. They're all ducking. So I like the
Yeah, they are. Yeah, dude. I mean, if you go down your fight history, you have had a lot of canceled fights. I assume a lot of it had to do with the Olympics and all of that because, look, you have had a storied career as a wrestler, and that is always a great base to create an MMA fighter out of. You were an under-20 world champion. You were a Pan-American Game bronze medalist down in Chile. And an alternate for the 2024 Olympics in Gay Paris. Wow, man, you're putting it together. And now you're focused on MMA. What was it like making the transition from being a great amateur wrestler into the world of combat sports?
The skills themselves are great. Like they all transferred over really well, and it was easy transition for me. The hard part has been finding guys willing to step in the cage with me. So I've only had 2 professional fights, but in the last year, we've had 4 guys that have accepted fights with me and pulled out within the last week. And then that's not even including guys that have turned it down. So I've heard from managers, promoters that I am the hardest guy to match up for a fight that they've ever worked with. Guys that have been in this business for 20 plus years, and they're saying that they've never seen anything like this. Guys will not take fights. They have whole gyms telling them don't offer me fights with this guy anymore because none of my guys will be taking them because we don't want to get in there with him. We don't want to lose to this 2-0 professional fighter from Canada.
No, God. You know what? Pulling out is not an effective form of contraception, Hunter. I just want to put that out there for all the fighters. And you know what? Well, this fight is just like the rest of them. Your main man over there, Anthony Ivy, has pulled out. I mean, he didn't even get on the plane. He didn't even get on the plane. And then he stopped communication. And the only communication he's had is this post on Instagram.
Yeah.
And it's all right. I'm going to let you read it for yourself because I'm not even going to give him the gumption of actually telling you what it's all about. But just read it because it's a bunch of horse. And that's just from my humble opinion over here. Look, man, what is it going to take to get somebody in the ring with you? You haven't had a fight in almost a year. Are you going to be able to fight tomorrow? Or on the 10th, excuse me.
So yeah, on this card this Friday coming up in Barrie, Ontario, I will not be fighting. My opponent, like we said, refused to get on the plane. He was I believe what happened is he didn't realize who he had signed to fight, and he was like, "Oh, this 2-0 Canadian from Canada. I'll do that." And then he realized who he signed to fight, and he realized that I have a world medal at the juniors for wrestling, and he realized that I am the one that nobody will take fights with, and he decided that he was just gonna ghost the promoters and not get on the plane. And I believe he told the promoters, I'll do it if you guys push it back to a different date. Because I'm guessing he
What?
wanted more time to train. But like the fight is happening, like the card is happening. There's no pushing it back. I'm already here. I'm like ready to go. So I will not be fighting, but we are planning to do a like exhibition grappling match. We have a jujitsu guy that's coming in. So
Okay.
if you had plans to go to the show and see me there, you will still see me. I'll just be doing like a exhibition grappling match, just no strikes, and we'll just be getting in there and putting on a show for you guys. And yeah, I'll be competing against, I believe, a high-level local grappler. So I think they'll announce that at some point. Maybe they'll just leave it as a surprise. Maybe we'll get in there and you'll see who it is once we're in there.
It'll be very WWE if they bring you out of
Yeah.
there. You just storm out of the back, your music starts playing, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, it's Hunter!" I'm trying to pick your best nickname right now, Lee. And you just go out there, and and then the dude comes out of the crowd as opposed to coming out of the back because he's a local dude. He just jumps on over, and they're like, "Where are you from?" He's like, "Parts unknown." Make it really WWE. Well, I'm sorry that you're not going to be able to fight. I know that's got to be a drag, but I do have to wonder what exactly did the official fight federation have to say to Mr. Ivy in retort to his wanting to pull out and hey, can you just push this fight off a little bit, please?
So yeah, they weren't happy. I know that
Oh,
they at first I believe that they some fighters will try to like get more money out of a promoter if they know that they're
mhm.
the main. We were supposed to be the main event, so some fighters will do that. I think at first that's what they thought he was doing. So I believe they did even offer more money. They were like, just like get yourself out here. We'll pay. We'll agree to more money. We'll have that conversation when you get here. But like he wasn't hearing any of it, and yeah, we had everything taken care of as far as I know. Like there was no problems. He said that they needed certain medicals done, but like we had a doctor here that took a look at his medicals and said, just get him out here and I'll take a look at it myself and we'll get him cleared and like we'll just do the test here and I'll yeah, it's all good. Like everyone was doing their part. He just refused to do his part. So yeah, I think he was scared to fight. So yeah, I don't know if a promotion wants to try rebooking us and they can get him
Mhm.
to agree to it, I would be happy to fight him. I don't think he'd be happy to fight me. I think he is scared to fight.
Yeah, you know what? I would have to say yes because medical reasons is not a good. That's not a valid reason, unless he has something that a medical thing that we're not able to discuss publicly. Then that's a different story. But that would have come out of the woodwork. I think a little bit, like a day or two before the fight. You might have heard of that, down the road a little bit,
Yeah.
maybe just a little bit earlier. Even around Easter would have been just acceptable for me. All right, I'm super unhappy that you're not going to be able to fight, but you are 2-0 as an MMA professional. You have had 2 wins. But they've been far and few in between as far as the years are concerned. 22, 24, and then those four cancellations, now 5. I mean, how are you going to get somebody to get in a ring with you?
I don't know. So I might have to just start going down to the states and just fighting these guys in their hometowns. So I know Anthony's from Texas. I'd love to go down to Texas
Let's
and
go.
fight him in front of his home crowd. It's pretty hard to back out when I'm in your own city. And
Mhm.
you gotta show up there for the fans. So I think that could be a strategy, just going down and fighting all these guys in their hometown so they have no reason to back out. I also think if one of the major promotions like a PFL or a Bellator or
Mhm.
UFC is willing to give me a shot, like I feel like I'm ready to take that. So yeah, whatever comes from it. If I have to keep winning fights on the regional scene, beating these guys up in their hometowns, going into enemy territory, I'll do that. If UFC is willing to let me in there a couple fights before I probably should be getting in there, I think I'm at that level to take some of those UFC guys out.
Well, Dana, he's talking directly to you right now. By the way, good job, Dana. He tipped his valet $900 the other day, but he knew he was on camera, so I
Uh,
wonder. Dana, listen to my young friend over here. Only 25 years of experience, light years ahead of the competition. So much so that the competition won't get in a ring with him. Maybe it's time to create a grudge match. I like it. I like it a lot. Anthony Ivy against Hunter Lee. Oh boy, I can feel it happening right now. Now, you know what? Technically, he should be saying sorry, but that's your job as a Canadian. And let's talk about our woodsy neighbors to the north a little bit. Look, you're so many fun names in Canada. You were born or from Flin Flon, Manitoba,
yeah.
correct? Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's just fun. Now tell me what there is to do in Flin Flon.
So Flin Flon, it's about 5,000 people. Our nearest big city is about like 6 hours away. So we're like 6 hours north of the nearest big city. We're like way up there. We're kind of above like North Dakota area, but just like straight up there. And it's nice for about 2 months, like the 2 summer months that we have. It's nice, and we get a lot of American tourism actually because it's like a provincial park, lots of fishing, camping, lots of lakes. So it's really beautiful in those 2 months. The rest of the time, it is very cold and very snowy, and nobody should go there in those months because it's not very fun.
My family's from Buffalo, and I always say Buffalo has the most beautiful summer for 2 weeks of the year. It's gorgeous, gorgeous for about 2 weeks. So, what position did you play in hockey? I say, knowing that you grew up playing hockey.
I was a forward. I played a lot of
All
hockey. That's
right.
how I got into fighting. So I had
Oh, all right.
I had a hockey coach when we were, I believe, like 12 years old. That whenever hitting got introduced into hockey, because they don't let you hit at it till a certain age. I think it was 12. We were allowed to start hitting,
Oh,
and with
really?
hitting,
Yeah. That's crazy, by the way.
with hitting, there people get angry and they start wanting to fight. And my coach was like, "I got to protect these young athletes, so I'm gonna just teach them how to fight better than their other like opponents that they're playing." So we would actually have some like fighting practice where he would teach us how to fight better, which is not like in the you're not supposed to teach that in the like hockey curriculum. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love
Hold on, hold on. Let me teach you how to pull his jersey over his head real quick.
yeah, so I love that more than actually playing hockey itself. And I was like, I'm gonna take the hockey and the ice out of this and just go straight fighting.
That's
Yeah.
great. You know what you know what they have now? Ice fighting on
Oh
skates.
yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that
I
might
would
be
love to
something.
do that. Hey, if nobody will fight me in the ring, I'll fight you on the ice.
And you know what? I would love to commentate that. I do
Yeah.
commentating for USA Boxing and MMA all over the place.
Oh yeah.
Why I'm here in Vegas,
Yeah.
and I would love to commentate that as well as pillow fighting. Just for some reason, I find pillow fighting super entertaining. I don't know why. Um, all right, so that's where you're from, but you're based out of another fun place to say, Saskatoon.
Yeah.
Now, what's there to do in Saskatoon?
Saskatoon's nice. I actually like Saskatoon a lot. It's that's our nearest city to Flin Flon. So it's 6 hours from Flin Flon. And so Saskatoon is in Saskatchewan. We're about 2 hours from Regina, another fun name. We
You're
we
killing me here.
so Saskatoon I really like. It's a smaller city. It's about 300,000 people, so it's enough of a city that you get all of like the benefits of being in a city, but it takes like 20 minutes to get across town. So it's yeah, I like it a lot. We have a good wrestling team there. We have good MMA facilities. I got a lot of like amateur teammates that compete in MMA that can like help train me. A lot of young guys coming up, a lot of old guys that were pretty good professional fighters, and now they are retired and pouring themselves into coaching me and my teammates. So we have yeah, it's a solid setup in Saskatoon. I like it a lot.
All right. So being out there in 6 hours from a city and all of that stuff, what's it like training out there? I mean, are you wrestling grizzly bears in the backwoods? Are you lifting trees like Arnold Schwarzenegger or a la Rocky Four?
So yeah, Saskatoon, we have it all set up. In Flin Flon, it was a little bit of a different story. When I was growing up, I got two younger brothers. We're all within like 4 years of each other. So there's 2 years younger than me, and then 2 years younger than him. So we grew up just like wrestling each other. And when I was in high school, I went to nationals and I got second in the under 17 category or whatever it was. So I was going to world championships, and in the summers up there, our school's closed. You can't get in them. So we just took the mats out of there and put them in our backyard for the summer. And just me and my brother just trained with each other in the backyard. And that's how we prepared for multiple world championships. We just wrestled each other in the backyard. We had mosquito coils out to get the bugs off of us. And we just, yeah, just us two, just in the backyard wrestling. And then we go and compete against the best wrestlers in the world. And we actually, I I got to correct you. I think you said I was a world champion earlier. I'm actually not a world champion. I'm a world bronze medalist.
Oh,
But
well,
my
under
brother,
20? I thought you under 20 were a world champion.
under 20 world bronze medalist.
Oh,
I
okay.
let you say it earlier, but
Yeah, no, you
yeah,
should have let me get away with it. No one's gonna check that.
yeah,
Like,
under
hey,
20 world bronze medalist. I almost won the world championships. I had a really close match against the guy that won it. So
all right.
under 20 world bronze medalist, and then my brother who I trained with, he was a under 17 world bronze medalist, and we did a lot of that training just like in our backyard by ourselves. Just we even didn't have a coach for a lot of time. We would just like watch stuff off YouTube and just
Yeah.
try it out on each other, and yeah.
Hey, tell me if this hurts.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it. I love it. You're technically on a 3-win streak, by the way, because you did have an
yeah.
amateur win there. So that's all good in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. You know, you got
Yeah.
that going for you. Is the mustache new, or have you been rocking that for a while now?
No, I've been rocking this for a little bit. I feel like I've been rocking it since I got the mullet because I feel like that's a
Oh,
good combination, especially
it
for a
is.
Canadian guy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you're a Canadian guy, it works for you, eh?
Yeah,
Uh, grab me a Molson.
yeah,
Um, so I guess besides Ivy, because let's not give him too much face time here. He doesn't
yeah.
deserve it. Let's talk about who should be your next fight. Forget about him. Put him to the back burner there, because obviously he's putting you on the back burner. Who
Yeah.
would you like to fight? Anybody in the world?
So obviously, if UFC comes knocking, I'll fight whoever they got in front of me. If UFC doesn't come knocking, then there's one guy that's been making a lot of noise on the Canadian MMA scene that I would love to fight. So I fight at 185, but I would like to go down to 170. It's a really easy weight cut for me to get
Mhm.
185. So I would like to fight. His name is Adam Posner. He, I believe, is the champion over at BFL,
Okay.
which is another Canadian promotion. He is supposed to be like this next up and coming guy. He's like 20 years old. He's 5-0, I think, as a professional. And yeah, I would love to fight him, steal his hype, and yeah, become the new face of Canadian MMA.
Well, you're well on your way there. What you want to do is take the steam out of his sails, steal his lunch money, and take his sneakers and run off with him, baby.
Yeah.
Just like, oh yeah, you thought you were cool. I got this. I like that. I like that. Call out the biggest and best around you. Now, are you going to be coming down to the States anytime soon for fighting, or are you going to keep it up there in Canada?
I love fighting in Canada. I think like it's just nice being in Canada, and
Mhm.
especially if I'm near somewhere that I live, so all the people can come see. I got a decent following up here in Canada. A lot of people like to watch me fight up here. I don't know how my following is in the States, but nobody will fight me up here. And apparently, a lot of the Americans that we're trying to bring up, they won't get on the planes to come up here. So I think it's looking likely that I will be fighting in the States.
Well, we'll see you soon. And if you're in Vegas, I got an extra room for you. All right, buddy.
Yeah.
We'll have a Canadian breakfast together. It's, if you don't know what a Canadian breakfast is, it's moose with syrup on it and a Molson. All right, that's how we
I
roll.
like that.
And you cut it with a skate. All right,
Yeah.
cut it with a skate. Oh man! All right. Well, you know what? It's still going down tomorrow. It is going to be the official Fight Federation, and I do believe you're going to be able to check it out right here on Millions.co. We're not done yet. We've got a couple more segments to go, but before we get to that, I want to give you an opportunity to trash talk, Anthony. Call out some sponsors and thank them, or ask some companies, hey, you should be sponsoring me because I use your stuff. Thank your mom, thank your dad, do whatever you want. Talk about video games. I don't care. You got a little bit of time here to do whatever you like.
Oh yeah, so my sponsor, I have a supplement sponsor with Perfect Sports. They provide me with all my supplements, so shout out to them. That is currently my only sponsor right now. So if you would like to get on this get on this train and sponsor me early while I'm up and coming, and nobody will fight me, then yeah, send me a message and we can lock in any other sponsorship other than like a supplement company. I already got my supplements taken care of, but if you got anything else, I'm happy to take more sponsors in.
Yeah, I checked out those supplements, by the way, on your website. And
Yeah.
by the way, if you go to his Instagram, you'll be able to connect to the supplements that we're talking about. They're top tier stuff,
Yeah.
and there's plenty to choose from. There's a bunch of different styles for whatever you're looking for in your workout world, because each individual is exactly that, different as an individual. So find the right supplement for you. Check Hunter's Instagram out, and you'll be able to link from there. I was there the other day. I haven't bought anything quite yet, but I'm still trying to figure out which one to get. So
Yeah.
you should do that the same for you. All right.
Yeah.
Are you? Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, Perfect Sports. They make the diesel protein. You've probably seen it around. I think they're
Yeah.
one of the best proteins out there right now. A lot of people are saying it's like it is the highest quality protein you can get. So if you're having trouble figuring out what to get from there, try the diesel protein. I don't think you'll be upset with that.
All right. You know what? I'm going to go get the diesel protein because ironically, that's what I was looking at,
Yeah.
anyways. So I'm going to have to check that out. And you know what? It's time to play the game that all the kids are talking about. And we're going to play it right now. It's very simple. It's called Five Questions. It's exactly what it sounds like, Hunter. It's
Okay.
5 questions. All right.
Perfect.
Here we go. Oh, and by the way, 5 questions is brought to you by Newhouse. If you're sitting in a gaming chair, please don't do that. You need to sit like a boss, like Rick Ross or Bill Gates. You think they sit in gaming chairs? No, they sit in real furniture. So go over to newhouse.com and check out the office decor and home decor and use code Logan Radio Rocks. It'll save you that money because right now we could all use a little bit of savings in our back pocket. All right, newhouse.com. You'll be able to check that out in the comments below. All right, question number 1. Which do you like better, Letterkenny or Shorzy?
Oh, okay. So people are gonna question my Canadianness here. I actually haven't fully I haven't fully watched either of the shows.
No!
I
Please, no!
No, I'm walking out.
No!
No.
No!
What are you doing in your hotel room right now? Forget this interview. You should be watching all the seasons of Letterkenny, all the seasons of Shores. You haven't watched any of that? Oh my gosh.
No, I watched some Trailer Park Boys back in the day, like classic Canadian shows. I watched some. I seen some Corner Gas. That's from where I'm from. I don't know if you
I
guys.
remember, yo, corner gas is hard to get into, man.
Corner.
That is,
Yeah, I agree.
it's so
Corner Gas is-
Canadian.
yeah, Corner Gas is
Uh,
right from Saskatchewan, like right near
yeah.
where I am. Yeah.
It's so super Canadian. And if
Yeah.
you don't know what I mean, and because I'm down with Canada, I've been there a ton. I get it. I like it there. In fact, if they would let me move in, I would. It took my cousin 9 months to be able to get and she was married to a Canadian citizen. Took her 9 months to be able to live in Canada free. Yeah. So, they're not exactly accepting applications from Americans these days, just saying. They're like, oh, sorry, but you can go. Yeah, cool. Thanks. All right. All right. Question number 2. Who's your favorite hockey team?
So my favorite hockey team as a kid growing up was actually the Buffalo Sabres. So not even a Canadian
Yeah.
hockey team. But yeah, that was my team, Buffalo Sabres. My current favorite team that I kind of cheer for, just out of them being close to Saskatoon, is the Edmonton Oilers.
Oh, boy. The Oilers. Some people question that the Winnipeg Jets and the Oilers are still a team sometimes. I'm just saying. Ooh, if they weren't Canadian, I don't know if they would be a team. But what about those Maple Leafs? I mean, that's hockey central right there. Maple Leaf territory is hockey central. I have never seen a more excited and attentive and titillated crowd than when you go to a Maple Leafs game. I mean, boy, oh boy, don't you dare wear another jersey into that arena. Where did you go
before you get to your next question? So our junior team that is in Flin Flon, they are pretty crazy as well. Like the fans, they get pretty into it. When they win a game, they throw the leg of a moose onto the ice.
See, I told you. What did I tell you? Canadian breakfast, moose and Molson. We like alliteration up there. They throw a leg of the moose. All right. So, what are the Flin Flon team called? What are they called?
It's the Flin Flon Bombers.
The Flin Flon Bombers. All
Oh
right.
yeah.
Yeah, all right. All right. I don't think anybody was really getting into it. They could have done better with that. It needed to begin with an F, like the Flin Flon Flames, so
Yeah,
that
yeah.
we have the alliteratory aspect of it. But hey, I'm not a marketing genius or anything over here. SMRT. All right. Uh, it's always going to get better. Now, this is a question for when you lie your head down on your pillow at night. When you close your eyes, what do you see?
Nothing.
Okay. There's nothing that keeps you up at night, nothing hanging over your head that as you're going off to bed and counting the hockey players jumping over sheep, that keeps you up and you go, "Oh man, that's killing me."
No, other than right now, well, it's Anthony Ivy not getting on the plane. That's what's keeping me up right now. But usually I'm good. Usually I can just fall asleep easily.
That's nice. I have to listen to documentaries because there's so much stuff going on up here. It's
Yeah.
crazy. No, stop talking. I will not kill him. He's a nice person. Sorry, I have issues. I might need to work out in private. Just saying. All right. This is where it gets difficult. This is the difficult question of the entire day here. Question number 4. Who's better, Bieber or Avril?
I'm gonna go with, so as much as young me would have disagreed with this answer, I'm gonna go with Bieber.
Oh. Yeah, well, young you, yeah, I get that. I understand why, but man, it's a hard decision to pick. And no one's picking that dude. Who's that dude who sang that? I can't. Brian Adams. No one's picking Brian Adams. Did they make him like a Sir Brian Adams? Is that a thing over in Canada? Are there sirs?
I don't, not that I know of.
I mean, you still got the Queen on your money.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't pay much attention to the Queen, honestly, and what's going on over there.
Well, there's a king now, but yeah,
Yeah.
I get it. If you can't punch the person in the face, and don't you punch the queen? She's been dead for a little bit. Her head might roll off. And don't go punching kings either. They don't deserve it anymore. But yeah, I get it. If you can't punch them in the face, you don't want to get into it. I understand. I understand. Now let's get down to the last question of 5 questions, and I have an answer for you as well, from my perspective. What do you think is the major difference between being an American and being a Canadian?
Major difference, other than just like the language stuff.
Yeah.
I actually don't know. Other than the language stuff is the thing I notice the most.
All right. So, what are some of the language things that you're talking? Enlighten the folks at home if they don't know what you mean.
We do say a lot. We do apologize a lot. We do say a boat. If you actually listen to it, we say a boat. We say when we are getting like a small bottle of alcohol, we call that a Mickey. I think you guys call it something different.
Yeah, I think we call it a small bottle of alcohol, actually.
Yeah. So yeah, if one of those ones that you can put in your pocket, it's called a Mickey up here.
All right, we call it a fifth, actually.
Oh yeah. I don't even know what that meant. That's like
I think it's a fifth of a liter of cola. Fifth of a liter of cola.
Okay, yeah. You guys mix up the metric system and the imperial system kind of whenever you want, hey?
Yeah, we do. And there's only 3 countries using the imperial system anymore. It's us, Libya or Liberia, one or the other, and like Myanmar or whatever. There's only like 3 countries, and yet we still hang on to it. Like, really, start watching F1 and switch that over to kilometers, please. Just do the due diligence. Because aren't you sick when you go to the major cities in Canada? Aren't you sick of seeing, like in Toronto, they post the kilometers and then they post the miles per hour because we have tourists here. That's so lame. Lame. But here's what I think the major difference is between being a Canadian and being an American. As we know from your national anthem, you stand on guard. Well, in America, we sit and take selfies on guard, okay? That's the difference. We just sit and we're like, I don't really want to stand today. I'm gonna sit. Whereas you're just standing there looking all mounty and you're red and doing all your things, and you got horses and you got Dr. Doolittle doing this thing. Like, we put up a wall on our border, you put up shrubbery. That's, like, that's the difference between Canada and America. And then the healthcare system. I had a friend who had a baby in Toronto, cost $22 and parking. I
Yes.
think. I think they paid parking as well. And then down in the States, he showed me the bill. It was $20,800 to have their kid here.
Yeah, I think you guys health insurance, if you don't have it through your job, is like crazy. I think I was talking to some American tourists and I was like, oh yeah, I got to pay like $30 a month for my health insurance because I don't got it provided through my job. And they were like 30. It's like they're like ours like 1,000 or 2,000
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous down here, but that's why you stay up there, being one of our woodsy neighbors to the north. Look, man, Hunter, nothing but a pleasure talking with you today. You obviously have a good head and a good mindset on you, and you know what? You've been over this before a few times,
Yeah.
and you know what, Anthony? I'm just going to speak to you right now, Anthony Ivy. This is your parents talking. We're disappointed in you. Yeah, that's right. We're disappointed. And as a fan, I'm thoroughly disappointed that Hunter Lee isn't going to get an opportunity to throw another win on their record. And you know what? If you want to run away, run away, run away, like a bad Monty Python skit, just keep running, my friend. Just keep running. But you can't run too far, because if you keep running, you're going to hit Mexico. Stay in Texas. I'll bring Hunter with me, and we'll have a fight for the ages. All right, Hunter, thank you so much for being here. And I thank you at home for being here as well. We've got 2 interviews tomorrow, so make sure that you stop on by and say hi, hi, hi. And with that, I ask you to do me one more favor. Be good to yourself and be kind to others. Pay it forward, play it forward. Rock like a party star, party like a rock star. Smile strong, laugh loud. And last but not least, please like, follow, and subscribe so you will know when I will be back at it, breaking down the beatdowns. Because always remember, Hunter, everybody loves a good fight. We'll see you next time. Thanks for being here, Hunter.
Yeah, thanks for having me.